I'm Matt, founder and CEO of Beacon AI. Three of my grandparents served in and around World War II, and I remember hearing those stories of adventure and service. I thought from a young age that if I could serve the country and fly, that I would. After graduating college, I joined the US Navy and flew fighter aircraft. The first person I flew an F-18 with unfortunately died about 6 months later due to human error. And the data that would have prevented the mistake, that would have prevented the accident, was a very manual process that I remember being surprised given the expenses spent on pilots and aircraft. Leaving the military, I wanted a second mission. I wanted a mission that would have positive impact, potential for scale, and be interesting to work on. Thinking back to living in Southern California, as anyone here in DC can relate to, I thought humans deserve better than moving forward a few feet at a time on the highway. And so to pursue that mission, I joined Cruise and worked on self-driving car software. I eventually led a really talented LiDAR software team.
How's it going, everybody? My name is Judah Analik. I'm a product manager at Beacon and tanker pilot in the Air Force Reserves. I was introduced to Beacon and its really important mission about 2 years ago through the Defense Ventures program, and have been a member of the team for the last year. I've been able to use my experience as a crew member to help develop products that are both intuitive and insightful, and that further Beacon's mission of a safer and more efficient future. I will start by taking a look at why we really can't afford to wait any longer to start executing on that. Thank you.
Stop. Southwest 2937, stop.
We stopped. We were cleared to cross runway 4.
And we're stopped, JetBlue 1654.
Keyline, stop, stop, stop.
Delta 300.
Delta 253 is aborting takeoff. Airline 27, cancel your takeoff clearance, stop. Airline 27, stop. Airline 27, stop. You're taking off on a taxiway. Okay, cancel your takeoff clearance, Airline 27. You're on taxiway November right.
So it's 2025. Shouldn't technology address these challenges? We think so. Beacon represents a part of the inevitable future where technology is used to improve aviation. If successful, it will change a $1 trillion sector that moves 5 billion people around the world annually, forever. Our vision is an aviation industry free from human error. To achieve this goal, we are building a dedicated team of software engineers, commercial military pilots, and other experts to accelerate the future. Our mission for the past few years has been to improve aviation safety, efficiency, and accessibility. This third mission for me is the same as my second, but we took the lessons learned from self-driving cars and built a more realistic deployment path, given the unique challenges of the aviation industry. Currently, there are 2 pilots in most flight decks, the pilot flying and the pilot monitoring. They work together as a team to safely operate the aircraft. We're building an integrated platform with 2 user-facing products to support them: Lighthouse, our data platform, and Murdoch, our in-cockpit assistant that I like to think of as R2-D2 for pilots. Collectively, the platform has 3 main goals: act as a safety net, a coach, and a superhuman. To understand where we're going, it's good to know where we came from. Aviation's been around 121 years. 5 years after the first flight, the first fatality occurred due to mechanical error. Over the recent decades, the rate of annual crashes has dropped dramatically. However, the human brain has not experienced a 121-year injuring renaissance period, and as a result, humans contribute to an increasing percentage of aviation accidents. The pilot flying and the pilot monitoring team is one way that humans reduce the risk of errors. One person performs actions, and the other supervises and performs cross-checks. However, even with modern avionics suites, the system is heavily supervised by humans, as simple automation cannot reason and cannot make decisions. The current approach is the cause of a large percentage of human error. There's room for significant improvement. To understand how accidents occur in aviation, we often use the Swiss cheese model. In this model, there are defensive layers designed to prevent losses. The layers are imperfect, but the collective remaining gaps are designed to minimize the chances of an accident. An example of this is the tragic accident in Washington, D.C. just over a month ago. The demand for air travel is growing, and that increases the stress on our system, and it also increases the chances of those gaps lining up and accidents to occur. The scale of this growth can be hard to comprehend. Of the over 8 billion people on the planet, only about 80% of, or only 20% of them have ever flown. So about 80% have not flown. Over 6 billion people, never been on an aircraft. The sector is expected to double over the next 20 years. More planes, pilots, controllers, and importantly, technology is going to be needed to address this demand. It is, however, a notoriously challenging and competitive market with tight margins. The results of these challenges is a spectacular safety record that is under constant pressure. The current approaches will be difficult to scale, so what can we do? First, starting with L0 and L1, today's baseline. An aircraft with no automation all the way up to and including today's autopilot, auto throttles, and FADEC engine control. The workload reduction has been impressive, but it has the challenges we've covered. For decades, the consensus approach to solve this challenge has been zero pilot autonomy, or L4, L5. While at Cruise, an L4, L5 self-driving car company, I saw this play out. The reality is that today's technology is insufficient to safely transport the people in this room across the country or on their next international trip without pilots. L4-style limitations are also tricky, as aircraft do not have the luxury of stopping if it's unsure of what to do. Our industry experience from aviation to self-driving cars taught us that we could create a new category, a middle option, pilots augmented by technology. And we've embraced this approach since our founding in 2021. The US has been working on zero-pilot aviation for around 100 years. That lineage led to several startups in the 20-teens pursuing similar approaches. Reflecting again on self-driving cars, around $100 billion has been spent, primarily on L4, L5 autonomy. Most of these programs have since shut down, and several closed in favor of internal L2, L3 programs. Large UASs have accident rates that we would not tolerate near major cities where cargo and people go. The unique DoD benefits of large UASs, including the reducing the risk to the warfighter from exceptionally dull or dangerous missions, is real and valuable. However, human aviation and its benefits will be around for a long time, so we must find a way to improve humans. Beacon's unique approach is fleet learning. The goal is to move past tribal knowledge and one-on-one learning and instead use aircraft and Beacon system data to generate incremental features that deliver value and build trust with pilots and customers. We focus on the data and software, maintaining a hardware-light integration. The Murdoch Lighthouse platform will get ahead of future mishaps and assist aircraft operator margins. In short, at Beacon, we're adding a new layer of protection to an increasingly complex world. While L4, L5 has received most of the funding, it's still a long ways out. Current aircraft technology results in major losses for both humans and aircraft. Our servicemen, women, the flying public, and taxpayers are counting on a solution much sooner to these challenges. The future is through L2, L3, and we're doing it now. We have three primary systems. The first is the Advanced Pilot Assistance System, or APAS. It's designed to be another crew member, assisting with our goals to make flights safer and more efficient. SOCOM, S&T, and AFWERX were early partners in APAS development. We want to thank them for their involvement. The incident in the video at SFO in 2017 and ones like it are what APAS is designed to assist with. That incident, if it had been a collision, may have resulted in over 1,000 lives lost, which would have been the deadliest aviation accident ever. Annually, 300 lives and $10 billion in aviation losses occur due to accidents, incidents, and related costs. Our pilot routing system helps crews and fleets maximize fuel efficiency and avoid hazardous weather through pilot-centric path planning. Annually, 95 billion gallons of aviation fuel were used commercially, and another 2 billion in the DoD in 2024. Finally, the pilot health safety system is designed to help crew understand and mitigate fatigue. With ultra-long haul commercial flights and Pacific theater missions, humans are being asked to fly for longer and longer, increasing the fatigue risks that may jeopardize a flight or a successful mission outcome. Over the last 12 months, we've had the opportunity to share our platform and get user feedback with partners worldwide, including NATO, US military, and work with 3 major airlines. The upcoming 12 months will be exciting, as we are scheduled to do data collection and feature validation flights with the DoD deploy our first system on a DoD aircraft, and several initiatives that will be announced in both the defense and commercial sector in the coming months. All with the same vision of a safer and more efficient future of flight for all of us. We have a growing and talented team. If our mission and vision excites you, come join us.